but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Womack. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Marcus Davenport. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
This one complete to Scott Miller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Womack. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 50. So Jake Camarda is out there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start with the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Escaping the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Bears at 3 and 5, 2 games under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a 1st down. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Off play action, Fields. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Fields going to hold on to it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They're back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Another run here with Sanders. And some room to roam now. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice
off the play fake. Womack. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On play action, Fields steps away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Fields on 3rd down. That's complete right side to Kmet. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Here's the option play now to the left. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Touchdown Bears! Cole Kmet, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. The 30. 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did. At
the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
On first down, Fields on the move to his left. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now whistles in a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there hauled in by Claypool.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Throwing to start the drive. Womack dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On first down, it's Fields. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. This is caught by Evans. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Fields' throw taken in by Evans here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. To throw is Fields. Flushed out right. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take over here up near the 40. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here. And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another run with Sanders. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. Let's go. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Womack. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Sliding out of the pocket. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything.
Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster from 4 yards out. And the Bears have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Fields trying to throw for it. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
74 yards on the ground for him so far.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He completes this to Russell Gage. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
No gain on the play there, second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers will add to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
They'll turn to Sanders. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 59 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Montgomery. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Once more, Montgomery. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So Montgomery denied on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Flush to his right. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
All eyes on Fields. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Carlton Davis picks it. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, They know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. For the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home, so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Bucs, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6.